Hello friends and welcome back to Grow Money Wisely. So I have come back with yet another interesting video that is about Devyani International Limited IPO review. So this is a very important review. This can be beneficial for you if you watch this video until the end. So let us start this video. The overview about the company. The Devyani International Limited Company was incorporated in the year 1991 and it is among the largest operators of quick service restaurants, that stands for QSR, and the largest franchisee of Yum Brands, which operates brands such as KFC, Pizza Hut, and Taco Bell. So this is the largest franchisee of Yum Brands. So this Yum Brands, now talking about KFC, Pizza Hut, and Taco Bell, it is having 50,000 restaurants across 150 countries. So this is an international brand. It is having some brand value, and this company, Devyani International Limited, is one of the largest franchisee of Yum Brands. Okay. In addition with this is also having franchisee for Costa Coffee brand, and it is also owner of many food and beverages industry products such as Wango and Food Streets. So now talking about what this company is going to use this IPO money, it intends to utilize this money 324 crores for the net proceeds through repayment of borrowings, that is repayment of the loans, and remaining towards general corporate purposes. Okay, so this was about the overview about the company. Now some quick financial highlights about the company. So this company has been sequentially making losses from the past years. In the financial year 2019, the company's net loss stood at 59 crores, and in the year 2021, the company's net loss has stood at 81 crores. So there is an increase in the loss. So this was the same case with the Zomato also. And now talking about the issue details, this is also likely the same as Zomato, and the bid lot is 165 shares and issue size is 1838 crores. So out of this, fresh issue is 440 crores and offer for sale, which means the promoters are selling their shares and its net shares are 1398 crores. So the price to sales ratio, by taking into consideration the upper band of the price band of the company, is 9.54 times. So this was about the quick financial highlights. One thing we came to know here is that the company is making loss, and it is also like valuing it company like slightly higher. And third one is that the company's major issue is coming from offer for sale. So this was the quick highlights about the company. So now talking about the business of the company, as of 30th June 2021, the company is having 735 stores, out of which 645 stores are under its core business. So core business, we'll be talking about that in detail in the upcoming slides. And 39 stores under its international business, that is their own brands, Wango and the street food. So this is their own brand, and 51 stores under other businesses. The company stores are present across high potential locations across towns and cities, airports, high street locations, malls, food courts, hospitals, business hubs, and transit areas. So it is having a total of 735 stores in very important locations of India, and that too in core regions such as Bengaluru, Kolkata, Hyderabad, Mumbai, and Delhi, comprising Faridabad, Ghaziabad, the Gurgaon, Delhi, and Noida. So the company operates 37 stores even outside India, including 32 KFC, 3 Pizza Hut, and 2 stores of its own other brands. So this was about the business of the company. Now we'll break down the revenue part of the company. So 84% of its revenue is generated from its core brands. I'll discuss that in detail in the next slide. And 10% from its international business, 6% from others. So this was about the revenue breakup for the financial year 2021. And now talking about the core brands, we'll again break down the revenue which is generated from the core brands. 68% is from KFC. Pizza Hut is like generating 30% of its brands revenue, and Costa Coffee is generating 2%. So the major chunk is getting generated from 68%, that stands for KFC, and also 84% is again the core brand. So this company is mainly dependent on its Yum brand franchisee, that may be the KFC, that may be the Pizza Hut and Costa Coffee. So this may become a drawback for us. So this is like just being a franchisee and you're investing in a company which has taken franchisee from others, which is dependent on business from other companies. So that may be a drawback for you as an investor. Now the stores in the core brands, that may be the KFC, that may be the Pizza Hut and the Costa Coffee, grew at a CAGR, compounded annualized growth rate, of 13.6% from 469 stores to 605 stores in the FY19, and in FY21 the company is also like developing its stores, it is expanding its business, and in 6 months FY21 it has already opened 109 stores. So this gives us a sign that it gives us a good sign that the company is expanding its business, but the company completely being dependent will not become a good sign for an investor. You can see a very wonderful interesting thing here is that the market capitalization of Devyani International Limited is quite more compared to Burger King and Westlife company, but the revenue is also more compared to the Burger King and Westlife, but net loss of the company Westlife is 99 crores, Burger King is 174 crores, and Devyani is 63 crores. So this is like quite good for an investor investing in a long term basis, and the PS, price to sales value, is the lowest compared to its peer group. So it is like quietly fairly valued. So again this can become a positive sign for you to invest in this company for a long term basis. Now talking about the shareholding pattern, so the promoters holding will drastically decrease because there was an offer for sale, and the public will have an increase in the shareholding, and the QIB and NIB are getting a larger portion of the issue because the company is making losses. According to the SEBI rules, only 10% can be given to the retail investors. So the people who are selling, the people or the promoters who are selling their shares from this Devyani International Limited company is RJ Corporation and Dunerian Investment Mauritius Limited. So these are the two companies which are selling their shares in the IPO. So revenue from operations from the KFC and Pizza Hut, we are talking about the risk factors now, they amounted 1047.2 crores. So that is around 92% of the total revenue the company is generating. So inability to meet the obligations or any rivalry or any development issue or any timeline issue between the Yum company, which is the parent company of KFC and Pizza Hut, can lead to a disaster for the company, can lead to a termination of the franchisee of the company, which will have a huge bad impact on the company. So the company is mainly dependent on KFC and Pizza Hut for its overall revenue, which can again be a bad sign. So if the company is like expanding its business and it's focusing on its own brands, then this can become a multi-bagger in the future. So it has incurred losses from FY19, FY20, FY21, resulting in erosion of its company's net worth. Negative cash flow of the company is again a risk factor for investors, and the debt to equity ratio, which is like bothering me a lot, is 6.45 times. So that is a huge thing. So we are always looking for companies which are having very low debt to equity ratio, but this company is having 6.45 times. So post listing what the company's debt to equity ratio is, we have to again check on it, and then we have to reevaluate our thinking to invest in this company, because at present it's having a debt to equity ratio of 6.45 times, and the company is also taking the amount into repayment of its loan, which will again we have to rethink on this basis also. And the QSR, the quick service restaurant chain in India, is quite competitive, and there is an always increase in the consumer taste, and it also differs from different people to different people. So now people are becoming more health conscious, so they are not going into junk. So this can again become a risk factor for this company. Now, coming to the last and the final slide, that is a SWOT analysis. The strengths of the company is strong brand equity. Pizza Hut, the KFC, and the coffee brand and its own brands are like a very good strength for this companies. Opportunities are expansion plans for opening new stores, innovative value launches. So these are the opportunities of the company. Threats are strong competition from peers, huge and strong competition from peers, that may be the Jubilant, Westlife, and the Burger King. So there is a threat from these peer groups. Weakness, It has incurred losses in the past few years, high debt to equity ratio, and regional concentration, because we could see that it is only major stores are located in the prime locations such as Bengaluru, Delhi, Noida. So this can again be a weakness part and also an advantage part for this company. So the profitability of the company remains a concern. Also, it is having significant borrowings in its books. So this can become a bad sign for the company. But overall, I rate this company as an average IPO, and that this could be a good plan to invest, not for a long term basis, I personally believe, but for making a quick money from the listing gain. So this can become an opportunity. So thank you for watching this video. Kindly like, share and subscribe our channel. Please help us grow and by doing all the needful. Thank you one and all.